There we go. Don't know what happened. Hey everybody, Ira Miller here. Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel live stream, Monday, July 8th, 2024. And I'm sure as Kevin can attest, well, I don't know how good you're going to see that because of my green screen technology. It's a mess. Hopefully I don't lose you tonight because it is really raining. It's pouring cats and dogs out there. But thank y'all for jumping on. 99 degrees with 108 degrees is great. Is there any way to view upcoming open houses on your website? Also, is there a way to thumbs down a listing so it does not keep showing up? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of thunder, right, Kevin? Okay, well, Tom, right out of the chute, thank you so much, by the way, for the questions. That's why I'm here every Monday night. So anybody who has any questions can bring them on. And wow. Okay, so on my website, right? On your website, I'm gonna have Christian go and he's gonna go ahead and check it out first. But the first thing I'll tell you is, why don't we do, this is the best way to do it. I mean, so Zillow pulls, they pull all the listings off the MLS, and if we're buying, see where it says open houses under buy for Zillow? Open houses. I default should say the Villages, but it is kind of, well, let's do this. That is Wildwood. We're gonna go to the Villages. Villages, Florida, homes. All right, so that is the Village. There we go. So open houses, there you go. The Villages open houses, 93. This will tell you Thursday, Tuesday, open 7/16. So here's well, first of all, let's get this together here.
Our website does do it, by the way.
It does?
Yeah, you can filter by open houses.
All right, cool. Okay, let me scooch over here a little bit so I can be here in touch with you. All right, so Zillow is one way. Homes, but you did ask about, oh yeah, I know what I wanted to do. So here's what I see when I do a search. This is my MLS. So when I do a search on my MLS, it shows 478 matches. So we kind of do that every week to kind of show you where the market is and what our inventory is doing. And so I believe it's creeped up since about 10 from last week. When I hit results, you see these little, it's a door, and this little, ooh, wow. This door here shows me all the open houses. See if I put my cursor over there, and then if I go to, I am Realty. Homes Around the Villages. So open houses,
So if you just go down to where you can see the villages listings, for example.
I just saw where it was off of there, right?
We have like, yeah, you can just click
The villages. So click on the villages.
so you'll see it currently says 532. If you hit more, and then just go all the way down. Yep, there should be a little checkbox by that.
Oh,
There you go. And now if you click off of it, it should change the, yeah, you can just close out of that. So now it's 103. And if they click on the listing, it will tell them right under the address what the open house day and time is.
okay. So, like here, we'll just go to a layer. And,
Yep, and then, yep, oh,
oops.
just continue with Google.
We have a leak. I better move my briefcase. Where's get your free account and continue with Gmail,
Yep, and then, yep.
confirm.
And let them know that's how, if they set up through your website, that's what they would see as well.
All right, well, we should do something like that too.
Cool. And yep.
Open house, right there. Also, I would dare say, here, see what this open house is all the way on my website. Open houses of the week. Lauren Lane. What's that? Oh, okay. These are just from my listings, okay?
Yeah, I think Blakely makes that for you. Where's it, Jamie?
Gotcha. Weekly open houses. All right, so when you have a bunch of people working for you, sometimes everybody starts doing stuff and we forget to kind of report to each other. But let's go back to what Christian was saying. Click on one of these, any of these neighborhoods, or you could actually do your own, like, well, let's see, what do I have? I have Stonecrest already, Spruce Creek South, Del Webb Spruce Creek, Del Webb Stone Creek, on top of the world. So if I went to, let's say, Pembroke Fairways. I believe that's how you spell it. Maybe there's no E. I think there is an E though. How come this isn't, this is not working? Pembroke Fairways, we want to do a search. And that's how I have it. It's not, when I hit click search, it's not searching.
Let me see.
That's another good reason for these live streams, to give us the opportunity to kind of go through this stuff and make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to be working.
Here, go to just like where you can search for all listings.
All listings.
Try typing up there where it says Lake Sumter and Marion. Yeah, get rid of those and see if pin pops up for you.
Pembroke. Pembroke Fairways. Well, it is Fairways with an S. So it pops up that way, but that's all fine and dandy. But if somebody comes on our website,
From the home page, yeah, I'll check it out for you.
so we're going to have to make sure that that works, because that's not good. Yeah, that's a, I mean, I can get an alternative way to do that, but no, it needs to be working right. So
Wait, I got it.
well, I mean, let's see. I'm going to go out of this, out of that. I will go back up. Bring our website up. Get that flag flying. Looks like it's froze on my end. Oh, there we go.
Is this
All right.
Yeah.
Once we get our flag flying, Pembroke Fairways, I guess we have to click here. All right, so maybe, what I was doing was, I'm just trying to think this through, because if it has a search button, excuse me, there we go, okay. Well, all right, there we, anyways, that's, Tom, hopefully, now if we wanted to do open houses, Christian says go to the bottom and then hit open house. Okay.
It looks like there's none, I guess.
None?
Yep.
They don't do any open houses at Pembroke Fairways. 0 properties. Let's confirm that. So we're going to go to criteria, and instead of the villages, we're going to put Pembroke Fairways, Fairways. They only have 6 homes on the market? I'm shocked. But none of those open doors, like we were telling you. I think maybe there's, if I put Fairway, interesting, because I would think there's more than 6 properties. So yeah, there's actually 17. Well, not in Georgia, Alpharetta. We go all the way to Georgia, by the way. All right, well, still 0 open houses for you. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at with that. Let me just bring me back. Uh-oh. Oops. What did I do? There I am. Okay. All right. And I'm going to come back full speed. There we go. All right. Let me go to Tom. Thank you so much for that. All right. Let's see who else we have showed up while I was into the mix there. So Jerry Bell says it's nice in Rhode Island. So Kevin, do you miss Rhode Island yet? Especially with all that rain out there and thunder and lightning, and it's just going crazy. Yeah, we're in the red as I'm looking. So Jerry Bell, thanks for jumping on this evening with us. Glad you're enjoying your weather up there in Rhode Island. All right, Pat and Jane checking in tonight. Thank you so much. So love to see you guys. I appreciate you coming on every week, as well as Missy Mo. So Missy Mo, thank you for coming on. And Tammy Jamma, she is coming down, I think, either this week or next week.
I think next.
Hey, Kevin, can't wait till next week. All right, so Christian kind of helped me out with that. So Missy is in Michigan, right? Okay, so Kevin, let's see, it's pouring in capital letters. So it must really be pouring. So we're getting all the rain out of the way for you, Tammy, when you get here. Every day the Weather Channel is showing rain every day next week. Wow, sorry. So Elizabeth is joining us this evening.
We have 38 at the moment.
Yeah, mine's lagging behind. Mine says 32. And we're supposed to be, okay, the remnants of Hurricane Beryl, so I guess it's coming around, making a loop. So that is typical Florida weather, but typical Florida weather is rain in the afternoon. So it's usually all nice and sunny, and then it really gets hot, and then in the heat of the day kind of just creates, I guess, a steam bath. Goes up, starts raining, comes on down, cools things off. That's just the way it works here, right?
Yeah, I mean, once it hits 100% humidity, it has to come out somehow.
Something's got to give. Lots. We are supposed to be okay. So Gary, joining us from Tally. My daughter just went back to Tally for a few days, going to school, as you all know, and then she'll be back again, and she finishes up a couple of weeks. I hope she might even be on tonight. So Elaine from hot New Jersey is on with us tonight. All right, so last week we had some visitors. We had Kevin, we had Gio, we had Andrew, and then we had Nina come on with her new website. What's happening around the villages? I think that's the name of her new website, right?
YouTube channel.
Or YouTube channel, sorry. And let me see if what's happening with Nina if she's gotten anything. Let's see, YouTube. And then Nina.
She had a new post 4 days ago.
4 days.
She's up to 33 subscribers now.
All right. Hopefully that was people from us. I don't even know how to get to Nina's channel. Maybe I'll just put search.
It should be, if you're on yours, it should be bookmarked.
It should?
Yeah, if you go to your subscriptions.
Oh. No.
Oh, there. That's one of hers. The one you have your mouse over.
But I want her her whole thing.
Yeah, I was just thinking you could go from that video.
Huh? There she is.
Yeah.
There's Nina.
And then if you click that symbol. There you go.
What's happening? And see, I remembered. Oh, I gotta get me over to. Let me see here. Okay, so there we are. When you finally move to the villages and get to live your best life. Let's see here. Dang, she got 442 views on July 3rd, and then Disney for retirees. So she's. I guess this is her latest and greatest.
Where are you?
Didn't you say we're going to Disney World?
No, I said we're going somewhere better than Disney. No, but seriously, if you like Disney, you'll love the villages. Today we're at the Spanish Springs Mercado de Music. Let's go have some fun. The market was packed with so many great vendors today. Stay tuned for next week's video. We will be featuring L&L Design and their products. There are over 200 pickleball courts here in the villages. These paddles are super cool. They are made to be extra quiet and made in the USA. My personal fave was the whoop-ass. Once we were done with all of our shopping, we headed over to Blondie's for some delicious 2-for-1 mimosas, then ended off our day at this market with some wonderful live music by the Mud Band. Make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube at
What's happening in the villages? So y'all.
Where are you?
Didn't you say we're going to Disney World?
No, I said we're going somewhere better than Disney. No, but seriously.
All right, but seriously, folks. Cool. So just keeping you caught up with Miss Nina and what she's up to. All right, so we have a special guest for you tonight as well. And Kirk is another agent in our office, and he actually is already a big-time YouTube guy and decided to go ahead and get another YouTube channel started for his real estate. So I think I'm going to let Kirk tell you a little bit about what's going on with his website. So without further ado, Kirk Kellner, everybody. Kirk, thanks for coming in today.
Yeah. Hey, how's everyone doing?
All right, so Kirk, we want to see a little bit about. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll switch on over to what you've created.
Right. So, for anyone who doesn't know who I am, this is probably the first time you're seeing any bit about me. I'm one of Ira's agents. Ira took me on, let's see, about this time last year, I joined your office.
It's been a year?
Already.
Wow.
Yeah. So time flies, don't it?
Man, wow.
So, yeah, I joined Ira and fresh getting started with my real estate career. I'm a transplant. I'm not a true Floridian, but then again, not many of us are, except this guy. So I came from Maryland. I moved down here in 2022, just, probably the same reason everyone else comes to Florida, for opportunity, for the weather, and just to enjoy life. And that's what I've learned to do. I tell you, not many people, when you look online, maybe there's some articles that give you a better idea of how Florida really is living, but very few really explain some of the really cool and unique things about Florida. How many times have you heard the phrase old Florida when you hear the typical Florida, like when people talk about Florida? Do you ever hear old Florida?
Well, I do, because
Okay,
I know what old Florida is all about. That's Homosassa and Weeki Wachee, and
Exactly.
even over in New Smyrna Beach is kind of old Florida.
But
not a lot has changed. It's kind of the way it
Not
was.
many people know that there's such a thing as old Florida. People, when you hear about Florida, you basically think palm trees, Disney World, Miami Beach. That's what it is, right? Like it's like the stereotype of Florida. So when I moved here, I realized there's a lot more to Florida than Disney World, Miami Beach, and palm trees. There is so much to Florida.
He comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, did you know?" And it's like he's like a babe, discovering all these new things in
I know.
Florida. I'm like, he goes, "Hey, where were you, over in Tarpon Springs or something?"
Tarpon Springs, yeah.
"Hey, did you know about Tarpon Springs? This place is unbelievable." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I know. I'm talking to you like you've never lived here your whole life. But most people.
I was over there and I did a video on Tarpon Springs, which we're gonna.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna take a look at.
Yeah, hopefully. But that's the thing. Most people who have never lived and grew up in Florida don't know. They do not have a clue what Florida really has to offer. So,
And to be honest with you, a lot of native Floridians kind of like it that way.
well, I mean,
But
I don't
you're
blame you.
you're getting ready to blow it up and expose it all, right?
I'm not the only one. You kidding me?
Well, you're one of the. There's probably a few out there, but.
But
I don't-
I'm trying to do it differently. Maybe more respectful to in a more respectful way to the native Floridians. But it's more or less celebrating the lifestyle in Florida rather than glam. Not glam. What's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here.
Stereotyping?
Stereotyping? No, not really stereotyping. But like maybe exaggerating. Not to say Florida living is bad. That's not my point. But I think a lot of online content that you see involving Florida lifestyle is not.
There's some misnomers.
It is, and I think a lot of that, I think that's what maybe upsets some native Floridians is, they paint this picture like Florida is this perfect place, and truth be told, even Florida is not perfect, and that's the reality. But minus the reality, you look aside from that, there's so much of Florida has to offer, and when you look into old Florida, and there's wild Florida. I never heard of that either. Wild Florida. And there's all kinds of cool things there. Like with, you go over into Denellen and you go rafting down Rainbow River. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's all these crazy things you can do. Zip lines everywhere, all of the wildlife, the forests you can go. The Ocala National Forest has
Silver Springs.
Silver Springs, the only place I know you can go see monkeys.
Yeah.
In the
In the
wild.
wild. Yeah.
Not the zoo. What is this? Like, this is Florida.
Yeah.
Manatees at the same time.
Oh,
You can
love
take
manatees.
the glass bottom boats out of Silver Springs,
Yeah.
and they'll go down the river, and then the monkeys are all up in the trees over there.
I know, it's crazy. So I didn't, once again, going back to what I was originally saying, I didn't know that until I moved here. And I started going around, I'm like, oh, so this is Florida. This isn't what I thought it was. It's actually better. And it's better because it's not, like, what's really to enjoy about Florida are not the super touristy mainstream things that you always hear about. It's actually all the small little subtle things you never hear about is what makes Florida great.
Yeah.
And my goal is to highlight that in such a way that not glorifies it and exaggerates it, but presents it exactly how it is and how I discovered it. Because I think that's what makes it great, because it's not what most people think about. You come into Florida, since I've been here, let me just backtrack just a little bit. You come into Florida, you have your major cities, Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando, Tallahassee, and then your more southern areas, Sarasota, Miami, and then Fort Lauderdale, all those other cities and areas above that. You know, you have all these areas. That's all you hear about. Maybe you'll hear someone say St. Augustine, which is just a beautiful town. And, you know, you'll hear some people mention that. Rarely do you ever hear anyone mention some of these awesome little towns like Mount Dora, Micanopy. I mean, they're at Tarpon Springs, you hardly ever hear about. There's so much awesome little towns in Florida you just hardly will ever hear about in mainstream media or just in general. Now, not to say there aren't, maybe, you know, in today's world with so many people online doing content, not to say there hasn't been someone making videos on these whole towns, because as Florida popularizes, they're probably going to see more people making videos. But until I moved here, I didn't know. And I don't think a lot of people do.
And
I
these
think-
aren't very far from the villages,
No,
you know, so
no,
it's
absolutely
like
not.
they're just little day trips that you can take out to all these different places. Crystal River
Yeah.
is a great place. Homosassa, Tarpon Springs, Weeki Wachee. I mean, they still have the mermaid thing going on at Weeki Wachee.
Oh, do they? I saw that when I was driving by. Actually, I went to the Homosassa, the wildlife refuge they have there.
Mm-hmm.
That was really awesome, by the way. Super cheap admission fee, and like the closest you can probably get to manatees. Like that, well, without actually being in the water with them, but that's an awesome place to go. But yeah, and you're right. The fact that all of these awesome areas are in such close proximity to the villages and areas like, so for me, I live in Bellevue, for anyone who's not familiar with the area. So let's say, you know, the villages is here. Bellevue is kind of like up over here. No, up over here. I'm kind of looking at things backwards here. Up over here. So, you know, I'm in the middle of the villages in Ocala.
Right.
So anyone who moves into the villages, though, is actually a little bit closer to all these things, most of what I'm talking about. And that's the awesome thing. It's a day trip. Less than that. I mean, Mount Dora, such a unique town. Very artsy, if that's something you really enjoy. It's a lake town. I mean, there's 4 major lake towns all next to each other. Eustis, Tavares, Mount Dora,
Yeah, Mount Dora is a biggie. It's an artsy little town.
and Leesburg. And they're all they're full of character. And they're old towns. You can close your eyes or squint your eyes and see the dirt road with your horses tied up to the fronts of the buildings, the saloons and stuff. You can see that. It's so awesome. And yeah, they're old towns, and now they're just full of character, and there's just so much awesomeness. They're 30 minutes, 40 minutes from the villages, depending,
Yeah.
you know. And
They even do some day trips. I think they'll even, like some clubs, will book a bus.
oh yeah,
And people load up and go to these. I know Mount Dora for sure.
Right.
I know a lot of people go to Tampa and go to Hard Rock and Clearwater Beach, and
Yeah.
so yeah, there's a lot of those day trips that people take, from a bus from here. But but like what it's easy to go to Tampa, it's easy to go to Clearwater Beach, but people miss the little
Exactly,
towns
they do.
along the way.
They do.
So,
And these small, even though they're small, they're packed full of character. There's so many unique places to eat in these towns. There's so many unique shops you'll find in these towns that you just do not find anywhere else. These type of things generally only exist in these small little towns. Like that's
Yeah.
what makes these little towns great. And the fact that they're only a short drive, I mean, how awesome is that? Just be able to, eat breakfast or go get breakfast out and, enjoy your day somewhere and go back home and relax. And it feels like you went on vacation, but you've just been out for a few hours. And that so far has kind of been my experience with living in Florida and living in Central Florida, this area where you are an hour from almost everything. You're every day, every time you go out, it can be pretty much like a vacation, but at the convenience of being close to home. It's nothing like this anywhere I've ever been.
So this is kind of what your YouTube channel is kind of geared towards.
Well, it's what I'm gearing it towards. Slowly but surely, as I build it up, my YouTube channel is to focus on, like I said, showcasing all these unique little pieces of Florida living that you don't see. And, eventually it will hopefully be a full-fledged brand where, it's recognizable with Florida living. And, this kind of Florida living that I'm talking about, not Disney World, not Miami Beach. The Florida living.
Old Florida.
Old Florida. Wild Florida. The Florida no one hears about.
So you have anything that we can see?
Yeah. There's all kinds of.
No, on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, so, my most recent video.
Well, here, let's go on to your YouTube channel. We have already set up here for
Yeah,
you.
look at that. Look, you gave me the mouse and everything.
Yeah.
So, this video, actually, I just did recently.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm messing with you.
And this is me discovering the, the Sharon Rose Preserve in the Villages. And this place, if you've never been, anyone living in the Villages, if you've never been here, this place is awesome. We'll take a look at it.
Got a lot of views.
Sharon? Tarpon
Okay.
Springs?
No, there we go. Okay.
Sharon Rose Wyken's Preserve. Located right off Moyer Loop in the Villages is this breathtakingly beautiful nature preserve, which is tucked away out of sight. You wouldn't even know it was here, which is a shame because this place is so beautiful. If you are a nature lover and a wildlife lover, just like I am, this place is just for you. You can walk to the top of their observation deck, take a look over the preserve, or you can walk around the boardwalk, which gets you really close to some wonderful wildlife. Plenty of birds. If you love bird watching, man, this place is great for that. While I was walking around, I probably saw 6 or 7 different species of birds, which was so awesome. So have you ever been to this nature preserve? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Sharon Rose Wyken's Preserve.
And just much like that video.
So all that is that's in the Villages.
It is, yeah. And you wouldn't know it. It looks like maybe some parking lot for like the golf course. There's a golf course right across the street or something. Or maybe like there's also a dog park right there too. So you might think it's for that. I would not even have known that was there unless I walked back there.
And where is this located?
Off Moyer Loop. It's in,
Moyer Loop.
like the...
Yeah, in Pine Hills.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So above the turnpike, southeast part
Right.
of
So
the-
right off of Morris Boulevard is Moyer Loop, and you have You have Okeechobee. Don't you have Okeechobee Rec Center over there, around there, or the golf course?
Right. I mean, I'm not sure which one's over that way, but it's in the part of the villages that a lot of people, because now everyone wants to be, south of the turnpike in the newest part. So this is an area that I don't think really gets much notice. I mean, of course, the pricing has gone up. It's a more premium section of the villages, but that doesn't stop anyone from driving through there. But once again, you would totally bypass this place if you hadn't known it was there. So yeah, if anyone's in the villages, you love nature, you just love being away from everyone. I mean, I've been there a few times already since making this video. There's only been like a handful of people at any given time ever there, so it's great if you just want some peace and quiet with nature. But this is what I'm talking about. Small little things like this you would never even know unless you were there. That's what I want to showcase.
Or you would never know unless you went to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, that's a great place to find it out, because I'm probably gonna, I love traveling, so you'll see me.
Tarpon Springs, Florida.
I forgot these are on autoplay. I love traveling, so I'm all over the place. Because I mean, for different types of work I do, I'll travel all throughout the, different areas, because there's, I like finding back roads. Back roads are great to avoiding the traffic on the main roads.
Yeah,
And
I'm the same way.
And since I'm new to this area, I'm still trying to find all the back roads, and I found quite a few that saved a lot of time. So, but I just love traveling around, seeing different things, and that's how I find this stuff. So a lot of people, they're probably not going to put a lot of time in just driving around the area they live in. So leave that to me. I will find the most, I'll find these things that you probably will never even know about and post it on my YouTube channel. And then you will know about it. And then you can go there yourself and enjoy it the same way I did. And sooner or later, it's going to be a whole full brand, just focused on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly
paradise.
Very nice. Now you have shorts. Do you have videos?
So I have one long format video on my area of Bellevue. Do you want them to take a peek of it?
Okay.
They can, or they can watch it at their own leisure.
And the link is in the chat to your channel.
Oh, awesome.
Or I think, you put it in the link?
Yep.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. There you go. Thanks. Perfect. I think, we're going to hold something back here on them, and we want them to go to your channel and subscribe to his channel. So that
always helps.
That always helps. So we have 8 subscribers here. We're going to bump that up. Where's my
How many viewers you got on
cursor
your feed here?
Let's see.
we got 32 right now.
They got Nina to 34, so we have to get Kirk at least to 34.
Well, there's 32 people in the chat. My subscribers, they need to go up to at least 40.
There we go.
Right? That's easy math. That math's out.
There you go. Click on Kirk's channel down here in our chat, and that'll take you. Everybody who's watching after the live feed, you can go and still click on that link, right?
Yeah, I'll put it in the description as well.
Okay. All right, let's see what's happening here. How come my
Did you break it?
oh, it's over here. Get it over. Where did I go?
So now,
It's over here.
Oh, there you go. I saw it go. Saw it
Did
go
you?
that way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we are. There we are. So that's what 12 subscribers.
Oh wow, that happens quick, don't it?
Thank you very much. There we go. So we bumped you up just 824 views. Very good. So Perfectly Paradise, Kirk's gonna keep doing what he's doing. Like I said, he is a vet. He's a veteran of YouTube.
No.
And so he has a lot of experience with another channel of his. But this is his real estate channel, and he's gonna bring all kind of cool stuff. You're gonna have to go see those mermaids.
Yeah, I
at
know.
Wikiwachi.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back to the Homosassa refuge too.
Yeah.
I have so many places to go. Sophia's like
So little time.
so little time to do it.
There's so much to do. But so Kirk's been here a year now, been under my wing and guys and training, and so so he and Nina are very active in the brokerage, and so if you're needing a house, needing information, you have more than just me, more than Blakely. You can ask for Kirk or Nina or whatever. So we really appreciate you coming on tonight and joining our channel. And
It was great. It was long overdue.
you know what I love though? When I go on his channel and I'm watching and it's narrated, I'm not even thinking it's this guy. It sounds like a professional narrating these YouTube videos. And I'm like,
Oh, stop.
wow, man. No, I'm serious. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's Kirk. Because he just has that voice that, just kind of guides you right on through. But you'll see what I mean when you go to his channel, click on his shorts, click on his video, and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, that's the guy that was talking at the live stream. It's same voice.
Same voice.
Yes.
And sooner or later, hopefully, I'll have a lot more, instead of being just kind of narrated videos, more vlog type stuff where, I'm active in the squares. I'm active in these different areas that I'm trying to promote, and it'd be more personable content rather than just the quick form content that it's been, or just narrated content. So
Break out that camera when you're out there.
that camera and way too many other expensive video audio toys that I need to dust off and start using.
There you go. Well, there's an incentive for you. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming on tonight. Everybody, go ahead and subscribe to Perfectly Paradise, and we'll bring that 8 subscribers.
Oh, it was 12. You got to refresh the page. Let's see where we're at.
15.
Oh, man, come on.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to his YouTube channel, and that's going to give him incentive to start producing more and more for all y'all.
Yes,
Okay?
absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Kirk.
All right.
We'll see you later.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
All right. So, get us, stay dry.
I'll try.
Hopefully, what happened to us?
Oh, is it
Did I do something wrong? Did I mess this up? I probably hit a key or two I wasn't supposed to hit. This is what I have to have Christian here.
why are we so...
That's all the hail that's outside. It's come on inside. I think I saw Bruce asking if there's a lot of hail here in.
No. What?
That says 0.
Yeah, for that makes us even
Oh,
more. Yeah,
wow.
that's why I thought you had on at first. But,
No. Yeah, that's all I hit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it looks good now.
Yeah, that's the still. That's with the keying.
Even my complexion.
Here, I'm just gonna shut the lens and then open it.
Nope.
Oh,
Here, I got it.
how's that now?
I hit the key edge. Well, it's still a little bit. There, it's gone now.
Okay, so it was, for some reason, I guess the auto balance stopped working. I just put it to manual.
Give me a toy to play with here. I'm like a little kid. Background.
Still having issues, or you like how you
No, it's still kind of flaring up a little bit. Oops. There we go. There we go. That could be dangerous. All right.
I think you can scoot a little your way.
Scooch. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, that's a lot better. All right, you guys, so let's see. Yes, Bruce asked. So let me talk a little bit about that hail in Florida. I think the roofers here in Florida would tell you there's a lot more hail than there really is. But that's how they get new roofs, and that's how we get higher insurance premiums, because the insurance companies just aren't going to take that laying down when everybody's getting a new roof, because these roofers say there's hail damage when there really isn't. But to the insurance company's credit, they step up if the roof is damaged and then take care of business. All right, I'm sure there's plenty of bars with AC for me. Oh yes, and the hubby to hang out. You are absolutely right. I think I showed you some of those. Ooh, now that I think about it, it's probably a good thing I wasn't live in one of the squares tonight. That wouldn't be good.
Might need a new gimbal from water damage.
Yeah. All right. Hello from near Hershey, Pennsylvania, where you get a sugar rush from just breathing the air. So Wrestler says, hey, Timajima. And do you get hail? We talked about that in Florida. Of course we get hail in Florida, just not what it would seem. All right, so Rich, another person from Pennsylvania. Do you know Wrestler Mania from Pennsylvania? Okay, so Deborah Refrida. Deborah Refreda. Deborah Reifreda. Thank you, Tamajama. Thank you for subscribing to Kirk. John Keller. Thanks for jumping on, John. I haven't seen you in a while, my man. And I haven't seen you out at one of the squares either. Usually I'll see John at one of the squares when I'm out roaming around. 112. Excuse me. The feel like temperature. And Christian has a hoodie on. Thankfully, it's much cooler in the office. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, he is. I don't know. Him and Blakely, they walk around with sweaters and sweatshirts. And
Inside. When I go film with you, I'm 3 layers off.
I didn't think it was that cold in here. Gotcha. Yeah, so, and Jane, that's like Blakely. She always keeps her sweater in here. So, All right, so time for a market report, I think, and talk a little bit about what's going on in the villages, how many homes are selling, all that good stuff. So let's go on up to my matrix, criteria, and our market report. I think that was, here we go. Back to the villages. 478 matches. I wonder how many sold just for today. Sold. Just for today. 5. So we had, well, these are ones that closed, okay? So let's kind of take that out of the equation, and we're going to go to pending and say how many pended today. That's how many contracts. 8 homes went under contract today. So let's see what 8. Come back here. All right, these are the 8 homes. 1 for $267, 1 for $289, 1 for $299, $349, $449, $499, and $799. All right. So I have a home for $899, and oh, yeah. Well, once we're done here, under contract, accepting backup offers. So that must mean they have a contingency. So they have a pool. First of all, we can go see and look down. Oh, let me get back on screen here with you guys. Okay. So this Cedar Waxwing Drive is on a little water feature, we'll call it. I was kind of thinking it was on, I'll show you where I was thinking it was on. I thought it was on this big water feature. No, actually, I was thinking it was on backed up to Lake Deaton. But that's Valley Brook. Gotcha. Just the way it kind of looked, you know, the way I'm looking at it. See back there, it kind of looked a little wild in the back. And so that's why I thought we had backed up to Lake Deaton. $799 for this home. Dang, looks a little like my home. I might have to think about going up in price on my home. All right, it's in Finney, the village of Finney. Here's what, all right, so one day, 8 homes under contract. Let's see what a whole week. And keep in mind, we did have 4th of July. So 28 homes went under contract. with cedar waxwing being the most expensive. All right, let's go back 30 days. And the reason I want to go 30 is I'm kind of curious as to what these more expensive homes are selling for. So 500 and up, 32 homes in the last 30 days. 25. And so there was one for $1,250,000 went under contract, another one for $1,250,000, 1195, $1,195,000. Here's one on Cowlin Place. It's pending at $900,000, 2,589 square feet living area in Citrus Grove. Let's take a look at the lot that it sits on. So it backs up to a water feature. I think that's a water, yeah, that's water. You do have what we call our iron angels off there in the distance. And then I think this is Lake, oh, this is Lake Denham. Okay. I was thinking it was Lake Okahumpka, but they're kind of connected. All right, I do want to give my listing a shameless plug. Criteria, and actually, my listings, I can go to home, and over here, Market Watch. Interesting, see, look at that, 120, we can temporarily off the market. 22 needs your approval. Okay. My listings, active listings. So this one on Cimarron, we are going to, so golf course view, brand new roof, preserve. This people, I just cannot believe is still on the market. This just blows me away. And Christian, we're gonna have to get some new pictures, buddy.
Especially why? What just happened recently to it?
Well, the driveway just happened, and I don't see any.
I think they're towards the end when you look at the back.
So I want these removed with the table.
Okay.
That's not good. Get rid of those pictures. This walk-in shower that we created is awesome. I mean, it's just this whole house. By the way, everybody, this garage is air conditioned. I don't see the air conditioned vents. We're gonna have to take more pictures and but this is the view. I mean, $1 million view. There it is. So there's the new driveway. That doesn't even really do it justice. It was just so bright that day. I'm gonna have to take my drone and do I'm gonna have to manually, rather than, this is an automatic adjustment. So, but I mean, $899 for this home with everything literally is brand new. The air conditioner, the roof, the flooring, the appliances, the countertops, painted. I mean, the whole thing is just unbelievable. Has a pool. Actually, I was pressure washing back here, and I went ahead and rinsed off with the hose and jumped in that pool and did some laps. It was great, because I do laps over at the YMCA, and I mean, I don't even know what to say about how nice this home came out. Giant, where is the master bedroom? Is there a picture of the master bedroom? I don't see it. That's a guest bedroom. We actually put a closet in here.
Oh, I just saw a picture of the master.
I didn't see a picture of the master. There's a master closet. Oh, there it is. This is a master bedroom. Huge. This, I mean, I have a big bedroom. This one is giant. Awesome home. Oh, we don't have anything of the vault. We got to get some pictures of the vault in there. So, new pictures coming up. If y'all want to indulge me, I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And there might even be a price correction tomorrow, so stay tuned. Keep an eye on this house. And then we'll do the mapper like I've done everybody else. So you can kind of see where it sits. Sits on the preserve, sits on the golf course, and everything that I see, all these, so going back to these other homes, I'm going to say price 700. Let's go on up. And active sold within the last, let's say, 60 days. Okay. And so what do we have? 75 active. This is our competition. So here's my home on Cimarron. We have one. What's this one on 849? 2,600 square feet. Let's see what kind of lot it sits on. So backs up to St. Catherine's Circle, this home, which backs up to the parking lot. Where are we? Mincy Loop, Florida Turnpike. Okay. So we're in one of the newer areas. This is a 2021 for $849, and it doesn't even have a view. Practically the same square footage as what my home has, my listing. Carpet in an $850,000 home. I mean, my home has all these features as well, but no carpet. Little walk-in. Ooh. All right, well, I'm just doing a little comparison. I'm not even worried about the year because everything is brand new in my listing. And so let's kind of 875 on Covington, bond paid, premier home, water. Oh yeah, that one, that other home didn't even have a pool. And this doesn't have a view either. I know I'm going a little fast, but you know, y'all can catch up with me on these. This one has 90 pictures. I don't have time to go through all 90, but I can tell you. That's why I like to take a look at the map and see it's backed up to another home. 875 for 2002. Mine's a 1998, brand new painted driveway. It has this basically the same landscaping. I don't. Anyways. Let's look at a 929 home. We'll see what it. Okay. Well, now there we go. We finally have one with a view of the water at 929. So, anyways, that's your market report today. Criteria, quick, going back. 478 homes, like I said, in the last week since we saw each other. $28 matches, 28 homes went under contract again, and let's see, 900, 1,295,000. See what that looks like. Okay. It's 2,300 square feet. Mine's 26. I have a golf course and preserve view. This does have a pool, like the one I have listed. All LVP. So here you have $1 million, $1 million home. Same cabinets. LVP, same flooring. I mean, and I bet this one doesn't have a vault like so view of the water, has a pool and a hot tub, not a pool with a little umbrella and chairs. Got themselves a little hot tub out there, summer kitchen. For $1,195,000. anyways, I think the home I have listed is every bit as nice. Again, it has this vault that we really have to. So go to my, if you want to see a little more of my listing on Cimarron, go to our YouTube channel and you can see how it evolved. Okay. 746. Let's see what we have here. All right. And hope I didn't lose y'all out of her price range. Thanks, Jane. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm with you. Don't see 850 on Mincy Loop. Yeah. Would it cost a lot to stage the home? Might sell faster. Once you buy, you have no money to put in the vault. That's hilarious, Missy. Once you buy it, you have no money to put in the vault. Quite impressed. Oh, there's Cody. Hey, Cody. Thanks for joining in tonight. I appreciate it. Hey, Ira, thought I'd share Dad just signed with the Villages Entertainment, his Jay Paris website. All right, nice. So we are a big supporter of Jay Paris. And that's Jason, who I was at World of Beer a few weeks ago. And we had a great time at World of Beer while he played up there. Bill Rizzo from the Florida Keys. Hey, Bill, they're coming for you in a couple weeks. Mini lobster season. Poof. Half of Florida and then some are all down there in the Florida Keys on the water going after those lobster in mini lobster season. So if y'all don't know what mini lobster season is, you need to just look it up. But let me just say one thing about the Florida Keys. It's a 2-lane road from Homestead all the way down, well, Marathon, all the way down to Key West. It's crazy. In times like mini lobster season. I mean, you need to go like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, because that's about the only time you're going to be stuck in traffic for hours and hours and hours. You know what? I'm wondering what the map says, what it looks like down there. So I don't know if y'all can see this. Probably not. But there's a little tiny thin line from Key Largo. I said Marathon, didn't I? No, Marathon's halfway down the Keys. From Key Largo all the way down. Where's Marathon? Tavernier, Plantation Key, Isla Mirada, Fiesta Key. It's pretty crazy. Conch Key, Duck Key, Vaca. There's Marathon. Yeah, it's way down there. It's not even halfway. It's just before Key West. But anyways, Homestead is what I started with, and Homestead's a little bit up in the mainland. Key Largo is where the Keys start. Pretty crazy. What is all this?
Oh, that's. Let me see.
How did that happen?
Oh, it's showing your home sold.
How'd that pop up? I just clicked on maps. So Christian did a crazy thing, I'll say. He went back and saw how many homes I've sold since I left the villages, because they only track homes in the MLS, not in the VLS or VNH. Those or whatever. So,
I hit it, so you can't see it anymore.
well, where did you find it?
So it, based on, because I favorited it for you, so it was just showing up by default on your maps.
Oh,
So
ooh.
every home you ever sold was labeled on Google Maps for you, so. Yeah.
That was a lot of homes. Over 560?
Yeah, around 560.
Yeah. And since 2009, so you do the math.
We'll have to do the math when you hit 1K.
Well, I mean, if you count the ones when I was with the villages, I've hit 1,000, if I do the math. All right, everybody. So let's see. Thank you, Jane, again for the job I did. Bill says, I'll be back in the villages where it's safe. All right, so my brother has a condo in Isla Mirada. Does he own that condo in Isla Mirada? Tammy? You might be my new best friend. If that's the case, or your brother, or you and your brother. All right, so we're going to wrap the show up. Christian's got to go home, eat some dinner.
Rice pilaf.
Rice pilaf tonight. Nice. I might be going by Christian's house on my way home. Thank you all for joining us tonight. If you have any suggestions on what we can do next week, we don't have any visitors. I'm going to be looking to everybody for your questions. So please have your questions ready next week. We're going to start doing some more in-house videos. I've got some stuff I want to renew my tax videos so we can show you what taxes are in the newer area. Probably gonna do, what else? We're gonna talk about, I was gonna talk about tonight, which I'm not now, is I was gonna talk about, well, there's pickleball, there's compensation agreement. This is a brand new agreement that came out in July of 2024. So we're going to talk about that next week. I think everybody's been asking about that. This is seller's broker to buyer broker. What this does is it just keeps everything the status quo. The seller paying the buyer broker's commission, but this is now, well, it was in the contract. If I just went to the contract itself for a listing agreement, forms library, I mean, so this is kind of redundant. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the redundancy of that is just from that exclusive right of sale listing agreement. So what this does is, I'm just going to show you real quick. It's only 4 pages, but right here when we do a listing, seller's obligations, but down here it says compensation. Seller will compensate broker, and then it'll say down here cooperation with and compensation to other brokers, buyer brokers, and that was always in the listing agreement. So I never really understood what the problem with the issue was, because the seller always signed this, we always went over the fact that they're paying a percentage, 2.5 or whatever, or 3%, because up here would be 5% or it would be 6%, and then half down here it says 3% goes to the corporation with the compensation to other brokers. Notice the seller. So this was back in March of 2024. That was even before that whole lawsuit thing came about. Another thing I learned today, I was out showing a Villages listing. Actually, I was previewing it for somebody, and the Villages agent said, "Hey, we heard that it's going around that we're all sellers agents, and we're not all sellers agents. We're all transaction brokers." Well, that's not true. They are sellers agents. They're all sellers agents. I don't know where they came up with this transaction broker thing, but they're not transaction brokers because as a transaction broker means limited form of representation to a buyer and a seller, right? Means they do not represent either in a fiduciary capacity or single agent, which is not true. When they sign their listing agreements, they're telling that seller that they're representing that seller. So where she came up with this, and a transaction broker does not have the duties of loyalty, obedience, and full disclosure. So I don't even think that they want to start saying that they're transaction brokers over there at the Villages, because that's a whole nother story in itself. All right, anyways, we're done with that. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for this evening. Please, if you have any more questions about what I just said or whatever, you can come back next week. Ask me all your questions. That's what this forum is all about. I'm here for you. 24, going on 25 years right here in the Villages area. Worked for the Villages sales office, properties of the Villages, for 9 of those almost 25 years. So that's why I do this, to answer your questions from my experience and my knowledge of working in this area, right? So, all right, let's see. Missy Mo is out. Tamajama is out. Bill Rizzo, everybody, Kevin, Cody, let's see who else. Jane D, thanks so much for jumping on tonight. And I'm messing myself up here. And I just want to thank everybody, Wrestler Mania, Jerry Bell, everybody, all my regulars. Thank you so much for joining in this evening. And we will see you next Monday. Oh,
At what time?
6 o'clock. And we'll advertise that. We're going back to 6 o'clock. 6:30 doesn't really work too well for us. We're just sitting around and we want to really dive in and get going. So we'll see you at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.